What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track, back with another video. Day late. We are doing this November 1st, Wednesday. Usually I record on Tuesdays, but Tuesday was Halloween. A couple things came up, some last minute plans. So I figured, hey, last week of the season, it is what it is if we get it out on Wednesday. With that being said, last week of the season, just want to thank every single person who's been watching, who's been betting with us. We had a great year. It was up and down. We started out hot, like really hot. We had a little, midsummer stretch where we got cold a little bit. Had a great playoffs. The last 2 weeks haven't been as good as the beginning of the playoffs, but had a really good playoffs. Hopefully, we can get one more win this Sunday at Phoenix. But like I said, just want to thank all you guys for watching this season. And that doesn't mean that there's not going to be plenty of content in the offseason. There will be plenty of content from me to all of you motorsports fans out there. Heading to Vegas in 2 weeks for the Formula One race. So hopefully I can get some content on the channel for that. And then, we'll cover all things silly season. We'll do some previews. We'll do some rankings. We'll do a bunch of stuff. We'll continue with the draft segments that we've been doing, which has been a lot of fun. So make sure you keep an eye out on the channel for that. But in terms of betting, this is where it ends, and then we'll pick it up back in February. So last race of the season, Phoenix this Sunday. And thank you to the NASCAR betting preview show for the partnership that we've been able to build this season. It's been a lot of fun working with those guys and having my show shared on their in their networks and kind of vice versa. So appreciate that partnership as well. That will continue into 2024, which is exciting. I say that because I hope it continues. I assume it will. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. But like I said, excited about the future with that and really all things NASCAR betting. And just happy that we were able to have a good season. But we're not done yet. One more race Sunday afternoon. We will crown a NASCAR Cup Series champion. And here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to rank our championship four from who I like the best to who I like the least. And then I'll throw in a couple additional bets in there. The first guy, let's start with the additional stuff. So I am going to be betting on Kevin Harvick this weekend. I think you have to bet on Kevin Harvick. The track record, Kevin Harvick at Phoenix Raceway speaks for itself. Throw your top fives, throw your top tens, throw your winners for small stuff. I've seen him around 18-1. He's down to 12-1 in some spots. But I think if you can get him around that 15-1, that's a good bet. 18 obviously would be great. Even 12 is fine. But lock your Harvick tickets in out of respect for an absolute legend and a dude that this is his best track, quite frankly. So I think out of respect, you got to put your Kevin Harvick bets down. I'm going to be betting top 10, top 5, all the props, and I'll take a little something small on him to win that thing. It's rare that in the Cup Series level that the guy who wins the championship doesn't win the race. That's rare. It usually is the winner of the race is a championship 4 guy, and that's how he wins the championship. So it'd be pretty rare, but if anybody could do it, I think Kevin Harvick absolutely could. And it sucks because I feel like I've said that quite a bit in the last 3 months. Like, we got to ride Harvick. We gotta try Harvick here in this spot. But I don't want to be the one to not try him here at his best racetrack and him to make me look like a fool. So I'm going to put Kevin Harvick down. And even if you don't want him as a winner, I think the prop bets are locks. The last time he's finished outside the top 10, 2013 at this track, 2013. And ladies and gentlemen, we go to Phoenix twice a year. I mean, that's incredible. Just this race alone, like the end of the year Phoenix race, 5th, 8th, 7th, 5th, fifth, fourth, second, first. And then he had a 19th, and then he had a sixth, a seventh, a sixth, another win. The dude is just incredible at Phoenix. He has a total of, I believe, 7 career wins at Phoenix, 8 career wins, excuse me, 8 career wins in the Cup Series at Phoenix. Just a phenomenal race car driver at his best track in his last race. I like everything about that. Just feels good coming off the tongue. And then the other guy I look at is Chase Briscoe. Really, really good run last weekend for Chase Briscoe. He's been 15th overall, which isn't great, but it's better than where he would sit on other tracks. So 15th in the shorter, flatter tracks in total speed ranking. And he was the 9th fastest car at Phoenix. Again, coming off a great run, finished 3rd last weekend at Martinsville, which is a shorter track, flatter track, but it doesn't really mesh with a Phoenix, with a Gateway, with a New Hampshire, with a Richmond. A lot, different, but still short, still flat, still a similar package. And we'll be running the New Hampshire tire. So that's an interesting thing to point out. So the New Hampshire tire will be the same tire we run at Phoenix, and Chase Briscoe is pretty good at New Hampshire. So I like Briscoe here in the spot. I think he can get a top 10. It's plus money. I would lock it in now because I think he's going to qualify pretty well. Won the Phoenix spring race last year and then had a really good car in the Phoenix championship race as well. Had a really fast car there. And I just want to get his finish. I think he finished in the top 10 as well earlier this year. Let me just get that up. I should have that. My apologies. Yep, he finished 7th earlier this year at Phoenix. So, the shorter tracks, I'll just name them off. Phoenix, he finished 7th. Bristol Dirt 5th. Martinsville 5th. New Hampshire 10th. Martinsville 5th. So he's been very, very good on shorter tracks. And I like Chase Briscoe in this spot. He has a very, very good track record here at Phoenix as well. 3 top 10s in the last 3 races at Phoenix. So I like that bet. All right, let's move now. So those are the 2 bets, additional bets I'm going to be giving out. Let's move now to ranking our championship contenders. So number 1, and I keep getting a ton of alerts here. Number 1, I am going to go with, and this might shock you all, but I'm going to go with Ryan Blaney. I really, really, really like Blaney in this spot. And that's strange for me to say because coming into these playoffs, I did not see Blaney making the championship 4. I did not whatsoever. But he has shown something these playoffs, and he has, like a Briscoe at this point and like a Harvick, he has a very, very good track record at Phoenix. A lot of top 10s, a lot of top 5s, was the 2nd fastest car here a year ago at this very race. He is 4th fastest in average speed rank for the shorter, flatter tracks. He had a great run at Phoenix earlier this year, or I should say had a fast car at Phoenix earlier this year. He didn't really get the finish he deserved, but I like Blaney here in this spot. I think what I saw from Penske last year, just the way that they just delivered. They brought a really fast car for Logano. And Blaney had a little bit, a little something for him at points in that race. But Penske was the class of the field at this Phoenix championship race last year. I think they're going to be locked in. I think Logano is going to help out. And I'm excited to see Ryan Blaney in this spot. He's never gone back-to-back in his NASCAR career. He's never won back-to-back races. It's tough to do in the Cup Series, but I think at this point, I think he's going to have a fast car. I like him on this track, and he's deserving. He's deserved to have a Phoenix win. I think it would be a great spot for him to get his first Phoenix win. So Blaney is my number 1. Then my number 2, I'm going to go with Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, to me, when you talk about speed this year, just speed, nothing else. Kyle Larson in that team has brought the fastest race cars, plain and simple. And I know the numbers on shorter, flatter tracks don't really resemble that. He ranks 6th on shorter, flatter tracks, but he was the third fastest car at Phoenix earlier this year, the second fastest car at Richmond, had a fast car at New Hampshire. So, and he's been there before, right? Like he's the only guy that has won a championship before. So I think that adds that extra element. I think this car, or this, yeah, I should say, this car is going to be fast. This team is going to bring something special for Kyle Larson. All I worry about with Larson is he going to mess it up somehow? Is he going to push too hard and hit the wall and hurt his day? Is he going to speed on pit road, which he's done? Is he going to, just zone out for like a lap and again do something stupid like he's done that? Is he going to get caught up in something by making a crazy move? These are all things that he and his team have done this year that have hurt them in a negative way. And I look at Larson and I say, speed wise, he's the favorite. But putting it all together, I don't know. I honestly like Blaney a little bit more because I think Blaney, the team is locked in. They're peaking at the right time, and that 12 car is going to be very, very fast. Mark my words on that. Number 3, I'm going to go with Byron. He won at Phoenix earlier this year. Hendrick was good here. He is number 2 in the shorter, flatter track speed rankings. Richmond, number 1. Phoenix, like I said, he won. He was number 1, 4th fastest at Gateway. 24 team has been solid in the playoffs. Not the best. Certainly not bad in any way, but I don't think they've been great. I think they've been solid, did what they need to do, to make the championship 4. But I don't know. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. It's tough to win at the same track twice. So, you got to put that into account as well. That would be 2 wins at Phoenix this year for Byron, sweeping the Phoenix races. I think he'll have a fast car, sort of like Larson, but the experience, he doesn't have it like Larson does. And, the track history for him overall, although, yes, he won, it doesn't look as good as Blaney's does. So that's why I'm going to put him 3rd. And then I'm going to put Christopher Bell 4th. I love Bell. I think Bell is a clutch driver. The nickname I'm crowning for him is Mr. October. I think he's earned the right to be called or have that nickname, Mr. October. So by all means, I can absolutely see Christopher Bell shocking the world and getting a win. But just from like comparing that 20 team to the rest of the teams in the championship 4, I feel like they're a little bit of that odd man out. Bell only has 2 wins this year. He got them at the right time. Obviously, he got one earlier this year to lock himself in to the playoffs, and then got another one to lock himself into the championship 4. Bell, probably, maybe you can make an argument Hamlin, but I would probably say that Bell has probably been the most consistent Joe Gibbs driver. This year, he's been really solid in the playoffs. What is it? 4 top 5s in the playoffs, tack on a couple more top 10s. So he's been good. The last time he finished outside the top 15 was Darlington. So I should be giving more respect to Christopher Bell. Finished 6th at Phoenix earlier this year. But, Bell has never really looked like a guy at a Phoenix race that can win this thing. He's always right around the top 10-ish range. Maybe like a top 5 car, but like right around that 5th spot. He's never looked like he's been the fastest car at Phoenix. And hey, he's the only Joe Gibbs driver in the championship 4, so maybe they give him quite a bit. But I just don't see it for Bell. I hope I'm wrong, because honestly, out of these 4, he's my favorite. But I don't see it. I rank him as 4th. Like I said, I put Blaney 1, I put Larson 2, I put Byron 3, and I put Christopher Bell 4. And then my other 2 bets that I'll give you is that Briscoe top 10 and that Harvick prop away and the win. Do whatever you want with Harvick bets this weekend. So there we go. There you have it. Those are the bets and the rankings that I am giving you all this weekend. Like I said, just want to reiterate, what a year it's been. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys listening in. However you're doing it, whether it's the podcast feed through the NASCAR betting preview show, whether you're on the YouTube. Um, Hopefully this isn't your first time watching the channel, but if it is, definitely subscribe. We've got plenty of stuff that'll keep you entertained prior to 2024 and that NASCAR season. But one more race. Let's make it a good one. Let's get a win. Um, want you to, take what I said, look at those bets, look at those rankings, feel comfortable with what you're going to go with. Um, but I think the way I'm looking at it, I like Blaney in this spot with a bunch of Harvick props and a Chase Briscoe top 10. That's what I think I'm going to do. But Action Network, Johnny on the Track on Action Network for all my bets, my final betting card, posted on Twitter at JOTT_podcast as well. So you can find that stuff there. Definitely like this video. Goes a long way for the channel. Anything you want to say, put it in the comments section below. Let's have some good interactions leading to our final race. Thanks for watching and take care.